Calvin Castine on the streets of Rouses Point, July 1st, 2012. It's Canada Day for our neighbors to the north, and it's the beginning of the annual 4th of July or Independence Day celebration for those of us on this side of the border. And we're here for the annual, I think, 52nd annual event here, the annual parade in Rouses Point. We were hoping to hop in a vehicle and start from here to get a look at the streets of Rouses Point, but the traffic is so heavy on Lake Street that we're going to probably start on State Street. So all the folks between here at the library and down as far down as the area where State Street, I believe, is where it'll cross State Street, Montgomery Street, State Street intersection with Lake Street. All the folks between here and there, we probably will not be able to get on, but we'll see. We have a brand new tour guide this year, recently elected village trustee Brad Martin will be taking us around. Okay, we are there at that intersection. I got the backup buzzer going here. Brad's putting our lives in danger. Navigating here. On the corner of State, where State ends and Montgomery begins and crosses Lake Street. These are the folks that let's see, it's 5:36 or so. Well, these are the folks that are out a little bit early. They're ready for the parade. I came through town. I brought my son to the airport this morning. Came through town about 7:45 on the way back, and there were already cars along Lake Street and chairs out. People get upset up early here, Brad.
Yes, they do.
Look out! Look out!
Yeah, a little one coming.
Look out here!
Candy!
I'm sure they've been drinking Pepsi all day too.
Oh yeah. I've seen some people that were set up right around 11 o'clock this morning down by Montgomery Street.
Yeah, it's definitely the place to be and the thing to do on this 4th of July weekend. I think we're going to thank you very much. And of course, as we get closer to the actual parade time, what we see here is going to quadruple as far as the number of people. We're still close to half an hour before the start of the parade, and this is at the beginning area of the parade. And as we get closer to where we record from, the library, that's the parade usually goes by there about 45 minutes after it starts or so. 45 minutes to an hour after it starts, so that crowd there will be even more sparse, relatively speaking.
Did you get us all?
I didn't get you, no. Didn't
Go
get.
back around.
Okay, I'll get you next time.
Still got some traffic coming down through here, so we're going to take it a little easy.
Yeah. Well, whenever I come into a town having a parade, I drop that odometer down to 20 miles an hour, and then sometimes even less than that.
There's a couple of prominent people of the village right there.
Yeah, they should be by the stage, huh?
Yes, they should.
Tough to get both sides of the street, so there's going to be people that we're going to miss, but not much we can do about that. Just to give an idea what Rouses Point looks like on this great holiday, and I'm sure some folks will recognize some people.
Nice car there.
Yeah, this parade's been going on so long that this car here was new when it first started up. voice was.
A lot of people involved in this event.
Yeah, it doesn't just happen. Every year it gets harder and harder to recruit people to do the work that makes all this happen.
Yes, it does.
So far, it's been here every year.
Becky Reed, she's been a great chairman.
Yeah, she kind of stepped in maybe a month or two ago to fill in.
Yes, she did. The village crew has been great, and all the other help that we've had to get this going.
The four-way stop with the Academy. I think it's our turn.
We're going.
Obviously, it would make more sense to do this part actually at the very beginning of the parade, but because there are things that go on at the reviewing stand exactly at 6, that's why we do it half an hour ahead of time, because that way we're able to get the introduction of the judges and the national anthem. But then after that brief activity at the reviewing stand, then it's kind of quiet there for the next 45 minutes or so. We hear the parade coming behind us here on Maple Street. We're standing there on Lake waiting for it, and the folks there are always very patient. They know the routine. They know that if they get that Lake Street location, that they're going to have to wait for the parade. Chairs here are out by the road, and obviously half an hour from now they'll all be occupied.
Thank you, Calvin.
Hey, maybe we can get a two-seater and get you
riding a motorcycle. Yeah, that'd be great. They got those new three-wheelers too.
Mm-hmm. Nice sidecar for you.
Yeah. Being a village trustee, everything you thought it would be so far, Brad?
It's a learning curve. Definitely a lot to learn. Don't get it done in one night.
And nobody ever hollers at you though, right?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
No?
Everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion should be heard. At least that's the way I got into it.
Yeah. It's nicer if the folks give you their opinion in a nice manner, though, instead of
yeah, some
being
Champlain's
belligerent.
finest. I think I got a little bit of traffic here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of traffic here for this 5:45 here. Somebody should be stopping up by Mason's Corners, you would think.
Should be.
But that ain't happening. Alright. Well, they're sending them through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things they did a few years back was was they started sending it up State Street and Montgomery instead of sending it down by in front of the fire station, and that frees up Pratt Street for through traffic. So you can take a detour up there by Mason's Corners, go by the Northeastern Clinton School, and come in the back way and avoid the traffic jam, because it sure does get crowded down here in downtown Rouses Point.
Oh, sorry about that. I got my radio going at the same time.
Yeah.
Copy.
because about 5 of we're going to start stopping traffic. Copy. Push them along.
We got behind us. Maybe we can pull over here at Vance and let some people through, then pick up again.
Sounds good. Turn it back on and go some more.
Okay, we've had about, I'd say at least 20 to 25 or more vehicles. My camera bounces up and down here. Go by us. Normally, in past years, the traffic has been held up at this point, but probably the only advantage that there would be to us and not to the traffic in general, because it's still flowing pretty good. But it always scares me to have too many cars going through this close to the parade, because every once in a while the community loses a youngster. As a 3 or 4 year old, and excitement crosses in front.
Over here.
Oh, it's a party going on here at the former Saxony. Mark Chapman usually gets a band or two involved, and has some friends over, and it's a good place for folks to gather.
I'd like to give Mark Chapman a little bit of credit. That place is looking really good. Got some siding on there.
Yeah. It's a very expensive proposition to try to fix up a place that big. The Menard family. Traffic coming here. Looks good. Looks good my side. Alright, we're now on Lake Street for whatever that's going to be worth to us here. We'll try to get as many of you folks as we can. We apologize to all the ones we didn't get. Don't run over anybody, Brad, because then I'd have to back up and see who they were.
That would be good for the lawsuit.
I remember way back we had a priest named Father DeRocher who drove probably a few years beyond what he should have, and one year the parish got together and bought him a new car, and the joke was they put a glass floor in so that when he ran over somebody he could back up and see who it was.
One of the little ones.
Yeah.
Bags ready for some candy.
Yeah. It's, for some kids this is as much fun as Halloween.
Yes, it is.
Very pleasant day. It's cooling off a little bit. We might still be in the 80s, but we're probably approaching the upper 70s right now, so it's very pleasant out. And by the time the fireworks come, it should be really nice out here. Not that it isn't already.
Trying to go just a touch faster. We got a lot of cars behind us.
Yes.
No place to pull over here.
Yes. Again, we apologize for all the folks we missed, or for the folks who just get a quick glimpse, and that's all we get. Typically to our right, it's tough to see sometimes because the folks are hidden behind their vehicles.
A lot of folks from all over.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is more than a Rouses Point gathering here, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I hear from Plattsburgh, Moore, Champlain, Albert.
A lot of Canadian friends come down to visit. And
absolutely, good to have them down here.
yeah.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, whenever I see a Canadian spending $1 in a local store, I want to run over and say thank you. They just paid another 8 cents taxes for us, you know.
They keep us going.
That's right. We probably got a parade of about 40 vehicles behind us right now, all swearing at... That's all right, let them swear. They should be driving slow through here anyway.
Yeah, a lot of kids. James Marina over here, they
55 miles an hour.
really boosted up quite a bit.
Yeah, they put a lot of work into it. We saw some folks from Chateauguay down here.
I waved back to be friendly, but they're only waving at you in the camera.
Yeah, that's all right. This used to be a favorite gathering spot right here when the anchorage was still going strong. A lot of folks would gather there, and the people who were back to visit for the weekend, it was a great spot to meet up with other folks who were back for the weekend or the locals. But as we drove by here in the middle of the night last night, it was nice. We drove by there, and there was a lot of vehicles in there, so it's nice that motel-wise that the anchorage is still going strong. Unfortunately, the restaurant and bar is not open, but who knows? Maybe someday.
Thought somebody was going to cross the road there.
Well, we got this traffic backed up. You're brave enough to let's see. We got 7 minutes before they start at the reviewing stand. You want to go right straight through down to where we started?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
They're already mad at us.
That's right. The traffic behind us is already cursing us, so they'll just curse a little louder. Hi, guys. This is where we'll be recording from here at in front of the library. Across from games. Yeah, the mayor's here and Peg. This is a great weekend to be in Rouses Point because even if you haven't been in town in 20 years, you're going to walk around and find somebody that you know. And probably somebody you haven't seen in 20 years, so it's a great weekend to be here.
A lot of people leave the village, but they always seem to come back during the 4th of July celebration.
Yeah, this is the time of the year to be here. Now, have you marched in the parade before, Brad?
Yes, I have with the Rouses Point Fire Department.
And does it get kind of long by the time you get to that reviewing stand? Are you kind of puffing a little bit?
Oh yeah, quite a bit. Ready for a drink.
Okay, you can be on TV. Yeah, it's a hot day. It can get dehydrated in a hurry, and a little glass of water. Then, of course, there's the times when it pours. There are many times when I've pitied the poor folk marching in the parade because it's just raining right all over them.
At least today was a little bit of a breeze and the
it's just about ideal weather, I would think. And downtown, beautiful downtown. All right, we've done a full circle, so wherever you want to go is fine with me. In the early days, we used to record it down in front of Bruce Anktill's house there by the fire station, but now we do it at the reviewing stand, which for many years was by the church, and then a few years back they moved it over to its present location at the library. So depending on what I decide to do with this portion, this will either precede the the parade, or will be shown separately. So I can't guarantee folks watching on television that this would immediately precede the parade. But if we're not showing it right now, we will show it very shortly in the days to come. So appreciate Brad Martin bringing us around, and rather than recycle all these faces, but as you can see here,
Got a lot more.
it's a lot of folks have showed up since our last trip through here.
We got a vehicle behind it.
Yeah.
Pull over a little bit and let him go.
We got 3 minutes to get to that reviewing stand. So,
Okay, we're not going to be able to let him go through. Sorry.
because they'll start with or without us.
Yes, they will.
Well, now we got all these folks waving so enthusiastically here. Hi, Angie. We'll keep the camera rolling. So even though we're getting some duplicates here,
Definitely almost showtime.
we're at Liberty. The merchants are still there. They haven't left. We're at Liberty, and next would be White.
Hopefully this lady's looking here. Yeah, she is. Okay, that's good.
If not, we'll get the accident on camera.
If she came through the stop sign, we're clear. We're good.
We're good. Yeah, right. An unlicensed golf cart, we're good.
Well, I think the mayor cleared it to be used for today.
Okay, yeah, that's it. The Mayo Proclamation. And here we are. White, you're going to turn?
Oh, yep. I was heading back down the other way.
Brad was having so much fun, he was going to go all the way around again.
Give you another trip.
Okay, this will wrap up our pre-parade tour of beautiful downtown Rouses Point, and our thanks to Village Trustee Brad Martin for giving us this guided tour.